I was 12 years old at the time. I'm always shy to talk to people. At that age, I wasn't into rumors, neither creepy stories. I play Roblox every day. I have great friends, like any other players. One day I played Natural Disaster. Now, whenever you join a game, you see the players list beside the screen. All usernames appear. This one, however, caught my eye. It was a user with the smile emoticon as a username. I thought that might be a part of the game, a guide bot for the game, but it was an actual player on that account. I really didn't care about rare usernames. I saw the leaderboard of the player's username on the server. The smile user had 21,960 wins. I was impressed. I decided to talk to the user. Hey, can you teach me how to play this game? It would really be helpful. He just spammed smiley faces at me. So I responded, "So you like spamming smiley faces?" I left that conversation, being annoyed about those smiley faces. I hate people who do these faces like the smiley face or frowny face. It really creeps me out. Day 2, I got a message from the smile user. I obviously ignored it because I didn't know who that stranger is. Anyways, I was watching Roblox videos. I avoided the conspiracy theory. Something related to Roblox. Anyways, I was about to join Speedrun 2. Smile joined the game and he finally said a real word. He said, "Why did you leave me?" I replied, "I don't know who you are. Stay away from me, creep." Now, being 12 years old, I avoided creeps, stalkers, etc. I mostly don't want people to put their problems to me. I knew this guy was just messing with me. I checked into Smile's profile. He approximately had 510 followers. Now, if you search this user right now, he got terminated. I decided to friend him. Regrets are spilling onto my head. He messaged me, but the last sentence always ends up with a smiley face. The smile user said, "You will never see the day of light." I responded, "I friended you to ask if you're a troller, cause if not, it's not funny to do that to other people." This is when the message gets weirder and the text font became scarier. He said, "I know where you are." I replied, "Really? Spit it out then. Where do I live?" My stomach dropped. He actually knew where I lived. I said, "Cousin, if this is you, it's starting to scare me." Now, when I say that, it's because my cousin likes to pull pranks by using alternate Roblox accounts. She always tries to scare me the best she can. I unfriended the smile user. So recently, I've been getting messages from unknown users such as smiley faces minion and etc. I don't know how to handle a situation like this. I've decided to uninstall Roblox on my PC. But only 3 days passed and the Roblox application has reappeared on my PC, which has bothered me. I slowly open Roblox, fingers shaking in fear, knowing I've done something I shouldn't have. I've missed 4 messages from the smile user.
"If you don't friend me, I am going to hack you, and you will be like me. You are rude. I will ban you. Roblox is my father, so deal with it. Your account will suffer for eternity."
After reading them, I made sure I double-checked if he had any more sad or angry messages, and I reported the smile user to Roblox. His final message were just spammed smiley faces. I closed my PC and smashed it and threw it out the trash can. I was supposed to sell it, but I don't want to harm anyone. Soon 3 months passed by and I forgot about Roblox. My mom brought me a new computer with a very good keyboard. I opened it, just then I saw the icon, Roblox. I asked my mom if she installed Roblox for me. She said, "No, why? Don't you like your new computer?" I said, "Okay then mom, I love it so much, thanks for buying it." As I opened the Roblox application, which was already installed, my account was already logged into my main account. but there's no smile user anymore. No more creepy messages. I've never seen the smile user to this day. It overwhelmed me, but this was internal suffering for me. I didn't get my hands to Roblox. Before I get into the story, let me introduce myself. I am an average human being like all of you guys, and I do not script nor make anything, so don't ask me for that junk. But my dream is to become a famous Roblox player, a famous developer to be exact, but I don't even know how to script, so that's not gonna happen. But they are pretty interesting to read about. But I love creepy stories like John Doe and Jane Doe, Annie and Jerry. Nowadays I stay away from that cause I never know if it's a prank or some sort of joke. The reason for all that is in this story. If you were to go back in time to wrong a mistake you made in the past, what would it be? Where would you go? What would you do to change it? Would you make the same mistake twice? Honestly, I wish I could do that after I made this big mistake. And no, I did not murder anyone, nor did I commit a felony or cause a relationship to be destroyed. It might sound petty and not very important, but it has to do with something that relates to media. Allow me to explain. Rick was a very silly person. He joined April 12, 2007. He would usually wear the big head, but he wasn't wearing it right now. Usually he would say, "I like cheese" as a joke, or "oof" as a joke. "I like cheese" was one of the things he would say all the time, probably because of the cheese on his head. I met him back in 2017 and me and him were good friends. He was a very kind person. Whenever I got bullied, he'd always have my back. He had a lot of friends and followers. He would always give people compliments, and whenever anything bad happens, he would always have my back. But something strange with me and him happened. Note, this happened back in 2018, so it all began when he said, "Oh hi, join me on Crossroads." I was already playing a game, so I refused and kept on playing by myself. After a while, he texted me, saying, "Why didn't you join me? The shadows don't like that." All of a sudden, he spams frowny faces followed with, "I like cheese" for some strange reason. Then he said something strange again. He said,
"The shadows are coming for you."
Then I said, "What?" Then he said,
"The shadows shall engulf you."
I thought that this was some sick joke pulled by the user. Anyways, I told him, "Okay, you're freaking me out." Then Rick said,
"The shadows said they dislike you and want to kill you."
Then I said, "Dude, what's going on? This is not you, are you okay?" Then he replied with nothing. A few minutes later, his avatar changed unexpectedly to plain black. He didn't have the cheese on his head. His status completely changed, and his username was changed to "Don't Struggle." I was freaked out by this. I had many questions. What was he thinking? Is he getting hacked? What happened? Is he okay? He texted me 10 minutes later saying,
"Let us play a game."
Then he went into his place. He then said,
"Join for a surprise."
I joined as a creepy face suddenly grew. My heart pounded. He was in the game. He simply said,
"Oh, hello there, friend."
All I could muster was a simple hi. After that he said,
"Hey buddy, let's play a little game."
My heart was pounding faster as I slowly typed "OK" randomly. I got teleported to another game called Let's Play. I started off in a cabin. I walked around a bit until I found the bathroom. I walked inside and saw a mirror. The mirror was dirty but worked perfectly. After looking at myself for a few seconds, the bathroom went dark. For a few moments I just stood there waiting, until the lights went back on. After the lights went back on, the mirror changed. Instead of showing my profile, it showed my corpse. Yes, my corpse. A few seconds later, everything was normal. I wasn't even scared. I just had a ton of freaking questions. I tried to exit, but I couldn't. I even tried to unplug my computer, but somehow it still was working. So I was forced to stay inside the game. After a while, Rick came in and said,
Mike, that's my name. Remember that time when you died?
I texted him, "How do you know my name?" He then said,
Even my eyes have eyes, Mike.
Suddenly, I got teleported to another game, the title just being Morse code. So I started off in a black room. The room was nothing but, well, black. He then says,
You have stolen my heart, but that's okay. I have 3 more in the freezer.
I said, "What do you want from me, you creep?" He then said,
Is it weird that I like the sound of screaming?
After that I said, "Okay, you're really freaking me out, man." Then he said,
You're next. No one will ever believe you.
Then my computer abruptly faded into black. Then my computer went back on for a split second. For that split second, I saw Rick cutting my head off. My computer went black again. Then it went back on for another split second. This time he was holding my head in his bloody hands while saying,
You have a beautiful head. It will complete my collection.
Basically, my computer keeps on flickering. Then for another split second he said,
I always knew it will end like this.
He kept saying morbid stuff like this on and on. I just watched in terror as these messages just popped up. Suddenly, my computer crashed. I tried to turn it on, but it didn't work. So I had to wait 5 hours for it to work. But something was different. My computer wallpaper was black, and it had a picture of an SCP smile. And every single time I play Roblox, my avatar was completely black. When I tried to change it, it says error, so I was forced to wear black and look like a creep. If I were to create a new account, then it would also be black. The front page was also changed. It was the 2007 front page, but I liked it because I'm an old fan of Roblox. But the bad part is that every single time I join a game, it sends me to Let's Play, so I wasn't able to play Roblox for 3 months until it started working again. I immediately unfriended Rick so this never happens again. Nowadays, I feel a lot better. I don't let this one incident affect my overall Nowadays, I feel a lot better. I don't let this one incident affect my overall feelings of Roblox. But there is something in me that makes me regret not joining Rick. It doesn't bother me as much nowadays, but it's one thing I wish I could go back in time to fix.